siguro you can say that here at the Smart Peaks and Bans.
Yeah, actually, sa ngayon, hindi kasi natin makikita. First and foremost, these guys have been doing great. May personal experience ako sa Imperial Esports. Yeah, and I think they have a lot in terms of talent sa kanilang mga hero picks. Ang dami rin nilang hero pool. So, sa Kalasag kasi I'm not really sure kasi I've never encountered them in any kind of matches. So, dito natin makikita actually sa finals kung gaano ka-deep yung hero pool nila, which is a best of 7. Sabi nga nila, when you go for a best of 7 here in AoV, nagkakaubusan ka ng hero picks. You have a global ban and pick, and that also decides the fact kung ano mangyayari sa mga drafting from Game 1 to Game 7. Sa Game 1, are you gonna go all in and tatry mo tapusin as early as Game number 4? Or are you actually gonna be evening out your picks para ma-outlast yung kalaban mo up to Game number 6?
Yan talaga yung magiging psychohan na. Kung may mga coach sila dito, better. Definitely may mag-assist sa mga players na mag-decide or mag-keep track. Sino na ba yung na-ban? Sino na ba yung na-pick? Diba? So, but yun na nga, na-mention mo na it's gonna be really tricky. Tapos, binanggit mo rin na yung Kalasag, medyo secretive. Kasi nga, di ba, sa ibang server sila nag-grind, sa ibang server sila naglalaro, and hindi natin alam kung ano pa yung pwede nilang ilabas dito. Kasi kanina yung mga laban, parang nagtago din ng mga hero pool. Hindi nila nilabas dito yung mga tipong Tulen masyado, wala masyadong Crixie. Kumbaga naglabasan pa sila ng mga unorthodox pick, which makes the game so exciting. But this time, parang seryosohan na, pati yung bans. Nakikita mo dito, may Aya, may Hayate, may Tachi. Bakit ganito? Bakit may prayo sa mga ganitong heroes, Vittorio?
Well, actually, kung makikita nyo, Aya is always a bannable pick. Actually, in all of the international competitions na makikita natin, Aya has been banned almost 99%. One of the reasons is meron siyang speed up, meron siyang shield, and if you have a tank in your team with an Aya as a support, or even a mage, sobrang hirap nun patayin just because of the sustainability that hero can bring. Tachi as well, even if tanky yung mga heroes natin from the opposing teams, if you're facing a Tachi, you're gonna be facing on a lot of percentage through damage. So, definitely, yung bans ng Imperial Esports is very, very understandable. Sa Kalasag naman, Hayate has been actually being nerfed down in most of the patches na makikita natin. Hindi na siya ganun ka-dominant. But at the same time, still, dahil nga sa percentage health damage na kaya rin ibigay ni Hayate, which shreds tanks, he is also an understandable ADC to be put out. And of course, Lorion, I could arguably say this is one of the top 1 mage in the whole world dito sa AoV. Dahil nga doon sa kanyang mga crowd control, also the damage, and also the lifesteal that he can bring. Although he has been nerfed down on the last patch, I think Lorion still is one of the biggest mages to actually fear out of.
Grabe naman din talaga. Eh, naaalala ko, no, parang yung si Tachi mo kahapon, ito na nga tayo. Grabe, ang hirap pulin, ang hirap patayin, lalo na pag late game. And yeah, that makes it understandable kung bakit binantin dito ng Imperial Esports yung Tachi. Well, looking at the picks right now, seems like sa Kalasag dito, hindi sila naglabas agad ng mga tipong marksman like that of Elsu or Violet or Joker. There is the Wisp. Feeling ko si Wisp, sobrang underrated niya. Na to the point, ma-appreciate mo lang siya pag late game. What can you say about this marksman na nilabas ng Kalasag together with the Crixie as well as the Lumber?
Well, I think Kalasag has the top 2 picks here with the Lumber and also the Crixie. Definitely, si Crixie kasi, he can just deal a lot of damage at level 4. Hindi mo kailangan bigyan siya ng sobrang daming items para makapag-burst down. And most of the times sa gagamitin mo si Crixie in a composition, he is not really the assassin type of mage that you want. More of a supplementary mage tong si Crixie. So kung hindi makakapag-deal damage yung mga kampi mo, especially in the early and the middle parts of the game, hindi magiging effective si Crixie. But if you can utilize the damage of Crixie, sobrang dali lang manalo sa clash when you get to lock in on a mage, assassin, or even the marksman. Habang dito sa Imperial Esports, they're actually packing a lot of mobility. You have Tulin, you also have that Awoy. Siguro hindi mobile hero to si Telenas, but I'm expecting a tanky support or maybe a DS laner to protect that Telenas. Si Telenas kasi he excels when he is very very well protected. Yun nga lang, ang downside lang niya, ang mobility lang niya is on his talent, which is the flicker. Kung wala ka ng flicker, ang hirap ng tumakas in those dangerous situations sa clashes.
Yeah, that's so true. And not only that, I think the single target will be a factor in here for Tel-Anas. Naalala ko yung laban kahapon when there was a Tel-Anas as well. Medyo nahirapan yung Tel-Anas. Although ang ganda rin naman talaga ng damage output na kaya niyang gawin, especially sa late game. Napag-usapan natin dito si AoV. Hindi ko alam kung paano siya i-pronounce. But ano ba ang meron dito kay Awi ngayon? Bakit ito ang inilabas ng Imperial Esports? Okay? Actually, first time lang din siyang lumabas simula kahapon. So, it's the debut of Awi right now.
Yes, actually kasi si Awi kasi usually she is a hero that really is good against mages, assassins, and also marksmen. Mas lalo na kung makaya niyang i-reach down using his Dragon's Claw. And also meron kasi siyang ultimate, which is the Dragon's Wrath, kung saan magkakaroon siya ng moment of invulnerability. So even if he dives into the thick of any team composition, kaya niyang tumakas as long as he timed that ultimate right. Plus, he can deal a lot of damage when he has his passive up. Yung 4 passive niya, which is that orange bar under dun sa health bar ng Awoy, you are going to have a crit. That is already something big. Kahit bigyan mo na tank item dito si Awoy, kaya niya mag-deal ng malaking damage just because of the passive that he has.
Very interesting. Dahil nga ngayon lang din nalabas ng Imperial to sa ating SIBOL2022 National Team Selection for AoV. A while ago, you were mentioning about sana dalawang medyo tanky dito, additional for the last 2 weeks of Imperial Esports, but apparently they have picked an Irie as well as a Thane as well. Will this be enough though to provide that protection para kay Tel-Anas, or Tel-Anas will be opened? And at the same time, you can also talk about already this first time pick din, debut rin ni Scud dito sa side naman ng Kalasag.
Well, sa composition ng Imperial Esports, maybe they're packing in a lot of offensive damage on their lineup. You have Irie, which is really a double-edged sword. It's either sobrang bilis patayin si Irie or kayang i-burst down ni Irie yung itong si Crixie, sila Pain and Wisp. So, basically, ang magiging protection lang talaga dito ni Telenas is gonna be the Thane. And that is going to be very, very hard in this kind of situation. Unless na lang makakapatay dito si Irie, Awoy, and Tulin in the opening parts of the clashes. Pero dito kasi sa Kalasag, you're seeing the Lumbor and also the Scud. Scud is actually very, very underrated here in the Indonesian meta. Hindi mo siya masyado makikita, but if you're actually watching the ROV, ginagamit nila si Scud on the DS lane just because of the utilities that he can bring. Dati kasi ginagamit nila si Scud si jungle. Pero nakita na rin nila kasi na because of the kind of skill sets that Scud has, hindi siya very, very optimal in those long drawn fights. Pero kung ilalagay mo siya DS laner, which is ang responsibility mo is going for those split pushes, and also dun sa pagme-menace dun sa backline ng opposing team, Scud is a very, very effective DS laner. He has those dashes to go in and also the slows. And kaya niyang kunin lahat ng damage from the composition ng kalaban, because if you want to actually utilize Scud in its fullest potential, bigyan mo lang ng tank item. If you have a larger health pool than your enemy, dadagdag, doon papasok yung passive ni Scud kung saan makakapag-deal siya ng sobrang laking damage.
That's so true. And not to mention, there's also the pain ngayon sa composition ng Kalasag. So that makes me worry about, okay, sige, magpa-flank na lang ako dito para hanapin tong si Tel-Anas. So that's looking scary, especially we're talking about isa lang yung magiging source of protection dito ni Tel-Anas, which is the Thane. So it's either, okay, kung pwepwesto si Thane para sa harap ni Tel-Anas, and then who's gonna protect Tel-Anas sa backside or on the other parts of the map kung saan pwede siyang ma-flankan. But let's see it, kasi hindi rin naman makakarating dito ang Team Kalasag at Imperial Esports kung hindi matindi ang pinagdaanan nila kahapon at kanina. So, in terms of the draft, Vittorio, meron ka bang mas nililin towards in terms of who might get the upper hand in here in terms of the overall composition?
Yeah, well, sa akin kasi sobrang situational nung ano eh, ng mga lineup nila. Especially, etong si Payne kasi, once you have the marker for his ultimate skill, ang bilis lang i-predict kung saan siya galing. So, at that point, since may Tain sila, pwede na lang siya itulak ni Tain pagka-landing. But that is a what if kasi hindi naman lahat ng situation, 'di ba, kaya mo i-predict. So, kung
That's so
kaya
true.
nilang lagyan ng unpredictability yung paggamit sa Pain na to, I'm pretty sure kaya nilang i-utilize at i-delete dito si Telanas.
That is so true. And here we can see the players. Ang sarap naman. Naka-bootcamp pa nga ang Imperial Esports. But yeah, there is the switch lane ongoing in here onto the top side right now. Kalasag Allstar is gonna be contesting that successfully. Tatlo laban sa dalawa. All is good para dito sa ating Wiz. Pero hindi pa yata tapos dahil pasayaw-sayaw pa muna. Dito si Queen. So you mentioned about this already, no? When we were reviewing, maybe we can share to our viewers what is the advantage on that switch lane strategy.
Yes, actually, makikita ninyo, usually if you're going for the rank 6, makikita nyo na laging DS laner yung nasa DS lane. And kaya nila nilalagay doon yung marksman is because mas mabilis i-control at kunin yung Sentinel when you have that free damage. And we're gonna see Mickey here dealing a lot of damage to Sophia Nicole. He is still half health, but alam natin si Tain, he is a very, very beefy tank. Kaya pa niyang magsukap ng damage, plus his passive also has that kind of regeneration to outlast the first opening clashes dito sa game number 1.
Sinimulan na ng Kalasag All-Star ang Slayer dun sa taas ng mapa natin. It seems like decisive din naman ang Imperial Esports na okay, sige, exchange lang tayo, Dragon, pero depende yan sa Piricon. Ang lagay dito, naku-flicker out pa nga, ganyan ka kunachi ang kuya mo, Tate. And the backup is incoming. In here, the rest of the members of Imperial Esports at yun nga, walang casualty. Both of the teams are showing massive amounts of skillfulness sa kanilang ganap dito sa battlefield.
Yes, and the Sentinel is being secured here by Kalasag All-Stars. Well, not much is happening here on the Scud and Irie. Kasi kahit anong gawin dito ng Irie, kung pipilitin lang niya makipag-trade dito sa Scud, he is gonna be on the losing end. Irie is a late game DS laner. So, ang focus lang dapat dito ng Irie is to get some damage in and also maybe join in some of the clashes dahil mas mobile siya dito kay Scud. Well, Scud spots out here the Awoy. 4 of the members of Kalasag All-Star is in the top part of the map. So, very, very dangerous situation dito para kay Ode kung sakali mang lumabas siya dito sa kanyang lane.
Tower hug ka muna, Kuya mo, Ode, habang wala pa dito si Tain dahil may bakbakan na naman nagaganap sa gitna ng mapa natin. Let's see what will happen! And there we go, the King's Glory is gonna help out in terms of successfully getting that kill in favor of Imperial Esports. Si Pangkulase ang pinapakita ng Imperial Esports ngayon. Discipline as well at nakikipagsabayan talaga sa kayang gawin ng Kalasag.
Yes, and that is one of the things na makikita mo. Packing damage here on Imperial Esports. They have the Tulen, they have the Awoy, which is going to affect a lot of the rotations. And makikita natin dyan that the Shuriken gets a 2-man hit, knocks down some of the health from this Kalasag All-Star composition. Si Legacy half health. Quinn is gonna be spot out here. 1 down 9 is locking in. Half health is already seen here by Imperial Esports. They can actually proceed to get more of the resources kung kaya pa nila itong i-push.
Nakakatuwa yung mga support natin dito sa parehong team na to. Di sila nag-aalinlangan na gamitin yung kanilang flicker. We've seen again yung lumber natin, walang alinlangan, mag-flicker out just to make sure he is not gonna be a problem para sa kanyang teammates. Not gonna give another kill sa Imperial Esports because definitely they need to catch up. Kasi a while ago, we have seen si Telanas nakakuha na naman dito or at least nakabawi ng pagkuha ng Sentinel up top. But for the meantime, we can see this kind of rotation. Anong masasabi mo or is there anything like a play style na ba na pinapakita sa atin ang Imperial Esports at Kalasag All-Star?
Actually, wala pa naman tayo makikita favorable responses kasi if in AoV, even if you get kills, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have the advantage. Makikita mo yan sa gold lead ng bawat teams. If you're still trailing at 1k, that's still okay. 2k, okay still. And even 3k, kaya mo bawiin yan in one clash. Ang talagang makikita mo nagkakaroon ng advantage is when the gold piles up to 5k to 8k. Usually, yun yung mga deficit na hindi na na-overcome ng team. And even if meron tayong nakikita dito na nababawasan ng Imperial Esports, as long as they're not going to be able to secure the kill, they're not going to take the lead as early as even taking in the objectives.
And there you go, Mickey, together with the rest of Kalasag Allstar in here, will secure another dragon. Well, a dragon for themselves. Finally, exchange naman ang mangyayari dito. Tuloy ang bakbakan. Naikot na nga ang kuya mo, Awi, dito. Hindi pala kuya. Ate Awi. Awoy. Ate Awoy dito. And let's see what will happen. We can see another casualty flicker out para kay Yui dito. And he'll be safe with the Arctic Orb as well in his hands.
Yes. And
oh, is that Mickey? Si Mickey pala yun.
Si Mickey yun. Pero dito makikita natin, medyo hirap na hirap dito yung Imperial Esports sa pumasok. Just because of the Lumbor. Pag pumasok ka at nagkamali ka, the Lumbor can push you back into their side. And that's another engagement here. Sophia Nicole, sobrang tanky. Kaya na saraman dito. And look at the shredding damage of Ode just using his second skill to actually get the advantage in these trades. And dito mahirap actually para sa isang support. Mas lalo na paano ka makakatulong sa clashes if you're always gonna be harassed. Sa mga ganung situation, ang pangit lang na position doon ni Kin. Mas maganda kasi nasa optimal health ka whenever you go for an engagement. And Sophia Nicole is actually ensuring the control on the vision for Imperial Esports.
Paunahan na lang talaga sa pag-control ng vision, sa pag-control ng mapa. But for the meantime, let's take a look at kung 1v1 ongoing on the both side part of the map. We can see in here, 1 down 9, trying to catch up though, but that's not gonna happen. Nakapag-mamba out pa rin naman dito si Kuya Muklay.
Yes, and Yui is just dealing some damage. Ito yung maganda sa mga sa Crixie actually. Pwede mo i-spam yung skill onto that brush pag hindi ka sure kung libre yan. And you can still punish anyone that's actually hiding in the brush with that kind of skill set. And pag dinagdagan mo ng Moonfall, most of the time, heroes like the Tulen is gonna be reduced to 1/4 of his health. And they are now taking again the Sentinel. And makikita natin dito, there is already a 1k gold deficit onto the side of Imperial Esports. And this says a lot on the rotation of the members of IE. Hindi nila hinahayaan na yung Kalasag Allstar yung magdikta ng rotation. Sila mismo yung gumagawa ng way na mapilit yung Kalasag Allstar to go for a rotate.
Itong si Sophia Nicole, siga sa riverbed. Wala rin pakialam. Basta magbigay siya ng vision. But yun nga lang, medyo sumasakit naman da. Sa kabilang banda, meron tayong casualty dito. Yui will fall down onto the hands of Imperial Esports. There is a chase, but for some reason, parang nasisindak din yung Kalasag All-Star dito. A while ago, nandun sila sa bush, tatlo sila, but they just won't go on trying to punish Sophia Nicole. Can you explain why is that?
Actually, kasi dito, nahihirapan sila dito to get that vision. And pag wala ka kasing vision, paano mo gagawin yung rotates? Lagi kang nakikita at sa spot at lagi kung saan pumupunta dito si Pain. And in this situation, hindi niya pwede gamitin yung ultimate niya. Dahil when he uses the ultimate, ang laki ng chance na makukuha nila dito. But there is a clash that's happening here. Tora is gonna be taken out here with Mickey dealing a lot of damage in that short amount of time. Walang magagawa dito si Sophia Nicole. Kasi even if he is very, very BP, walang magdi-deal ng damage for him.
Grabe naman talaga. Dito, Sophia Nicole creating the space, and we can see multitasking ang ganap ng Imperial Esports dito. They are trying to take the turret dun sa top side. May bakbakan sa gitna ng mapa. Merong multitasking din sa Dragon. So, I mean, they in a short period of time, ang dami nilang nakukuhang objectives, and I think that just says enough kung bakit sila merong 3k gold lead ngayon. But now, transitioning naman, we have a switch lane here. Something's happening on the bot side part of the map. Are they gonna get this turret down bottom? And we can see 1 down, 9 trying to go for that kill. Oh, they will get it. Meron pa nga silang Slayer dito and hindi pa rin papaawat because they still want to take advantage of the position that they get in the map.
And in Imperial Esports is actually getting the advantage into this game as we see Kalasag All-Star is actually struggling. Ito nga yung problema. Kulang yung frontline nila. I don't think Scud is gonna be able to help most of the clashes just because he is going to actually need to contain Tora into the lane. Because if you give space to Irie at tumaba tong si Irie, in a matter of one skill shot combo dito kay Tora, kaya niya nang ubusin yung members dito ng Kalasag All-Star. And Fly is not gonna be able to take any kind of ground dito dahil just because of the fast clearing potential of the Irie as well. They are now rotating here into the mid lane. They spot out Crosscore, but do they have the firepower to actually kill that Tolen? Sobrang questionable, and that's two of the Thunderclaps being used, and that's a stun gonna be falling down. Awoy is gonna go in as well, pero there's a 5-man members from Kalasag All-Star, and that's gonna be a bad decision for Imperial Esports.
Sobrang bad decision nun. Although nagkaroon ng space dito sa taas at baba ng mapa, I don't think that should have happened. Torado will get a kill up against Yui, but yeah, it could have been prevented. I think medyo nagkaroon ng overconfidence on the side of Crashcore. Let's take a look at our instant replay here. Again, pumasok dito si Crashcore. You were asking a while ago, kaya niya ba yon? Hindi na kaya apparently. And nadamay pa nga si Kuya Mo Auda. 1 down 9 na hindi na dapat pinasok niyo. Again, layo-layo ni Sophia Nicole doon. Hindi sila prepared. But then again, things happen. I think it's a call for them na, okay, kalma lang, kalma lang. Yes, you got the lead, but you can't make any further mistakes.
Yes. And in that situation kasi, if you don't have any kind of vision onto your opponents, mas maganda kasi mag-play safe na lang eh. Even if there is a lot of damage on that Tolen, it doesn't mean na you always go ahead, go for a charge. And makikita natin dito, Mickey and Cly is actually gunning down here. Tora, he's gonna be forced down to give that turret here onto the top lane. But Ode actually secures a kill here, getting Yowie and a second tier tower for himself. And dito na lang makikita paano yung damage dito ng Imperial Esports. Grabe yung damage dito ni Tora. Almost getting that down, but 1 down 9 comes in. Whoops for the kill, and another one falls down before nice get out, and another tower plus a kill.
A
for
red team
Esports.
tower has been destroyed.
A 4K gold advantage.
Look at the gold of that Telanas as well. 10.3k. Ang totally ginagawa lang nila dito is that, okay, focus sa Torre. Let's get our position. Then kung may clash na mangyari, for as long as kasama ko dito si Sophia Nicole, no worries, no problem. And again, look at that. The vision of Imperial Esports, talagang hawak na nila yung mapa. Now, ang tanong, ano yung dapat gawin dito ng Kalasag All-Star to find that momentum na makabawi sila? We were talking about the flanks, but kailan mangyayari yon? Tama ba na pumasok si Mickey? Who's gonna do it?
Actually, ang winning condition dito ng Kalasag All-Star is if Scud actually joins them in the clashes. Kung last yan si Scud, it is going to be a very, very hard fight. One of the reasons is because of the mobility that we're seeing from Imperial Esports. Plus, the pushes coming in from the Thane is also going to be a threat for anyone that goes in. So, si Scud lang yung kaya actually mag-tank ng damage for Kalasag All-Star. Although tanky dito si Lombori is not gonna be enough actually at this point of time. And the Dark Slayer is gonna be spawned here into the mid lane while the Dragon is being secured here by Imperial Esports. Are they gonna be spotted out? Yes, Quinn gets a spot out here, but that is not gonna be enough time to get that Holy Dragon.
Ang problema lang dito kaya hindi nakasama si Clyde, the Scud, is that kumukulit kasi si Tora, ang ating Irie on the side lane. So, whenever there's the push coming from Tora, talagang nape-pressure dito si Clyde. Teka lang, kailangan kong mag-defend ng ating Torre sa kabilang mapa or else mababasagan tayo ng isang Torre dito. So, the decision making medyo problematic na. So, maybe, what do you think? Maybe it could be Mickey na lang na mag-split push or mag-defend ng turret nila rather than Cly because like you mentioned, si Cly, siya yung kailangan dito sa clash and Mickey, hindi naman siya makakasustain. But yeah, what are your thoughts about that, Vittorio?
Actually, even if we have Mickey to actually go for a split push, it's not going to be a viable option just because Irie can actually shut down Mickey if he
Infinite
gets
Slayer
the
has
jump
appeared.
onto that lane.
Prepare for the final
And that is one of
battlefield.
the biggest problems here for Kalasag Allstar. They don't have the sustainability to actually fight a 1v1. And if there is going to be a 1v1, we're going to see a 2v1 here onto the bot lane. Cly is going to be running through the high hills because of the avoid rotating into the bot lane. And ito rin yung problema nila eh. If you're gonna have Mickey who's gonna be very, very squishy to go in try to clear some lanes, sobrang detrimental then for them because of the mobility of that avoid that can just join in to every kind of engagement and make it a 2v1.
And again, ito talaga yung well-paid bouncer na Sofia Nicole eh. Napakagandang vision, napakagandang space creation, tulak kung tulak. But then again, the Dark Lord has already been secured. Fight ongoing right now, super low speed right now. Aabot pa nga ba yung skill sa kanya? At nagwawala na dito sa likod. Ang ating old Mickey will fall down to hindi kinaya. Well protected. Talagang naka-circle in lang lahat ng miyembro ng Imperial Esports dito kay Tel Anas. And alam na natin kung bakit siya nakaka-free hit. It's not just gonna be Sophia's Nicole effort, but at the same time, it's the whole team's effort to make sure that Tel Anas will live for long.
Yes. And ito nga yung kahirapan dito kay Mickey. When he is gonna be engaging with his ultimate, sobrang predictable. Nakita mo, pagka-landing niya doon, tinulak lang siya dito ni Sofia Nicole. And that led to his death. Hindi man lang siya nakapag-skill, hindi siya nakapag-silence, hindi siya nakapag-ghost form. And that's a big thing. And that's gonna be the Owoy into the face of the Wiz. He is gonna be taken out. Pero meron pa siya dito play of 30. The Dragon Swan is gonna finish him off. And Imperial Esports secures another kill for them. It's gonna be a 4v5. They have the Slayer here into the mid lane. Battling down into the second tier turret. Kaya niya lang mag-defend down that Wiz. Magiging mahirap to. This might be a potential GG already.
Grabe, buhay na buhay pa ang Tel Anas. The members of Kalasag Esports are trying to get to Tel Anas in the backline. Grabe yung shielding dito. Bloodbath pa nga. Also get the kill on the win. At hindi na nga matatawaran. They're gonna put an end onto our Game 1 Imperial Esports up against Kalasag.
And sabi na, actually, nung nakita ko namatay dito si Wiz and there is already a Slayer